All right.
Hello, mate. You enjoy that, did you? How was that bogey team? Nice, easy one for you today.
I see what you mean about
being shit.
I wouldn't say being shit. I thought, yeah, no, you know what? Yeah, I'd say let's just go with that. I mean, look, from my perspective, fantastic result. 3 points on the board, clean sheet. You know, top of the league. I can't moan. But from a Jesus Christ, everyone's excited about Chelsea at the minute.
Must be nice.
I know. Look, I just feel that if I was watching it from your perspective of the conversation we had the other day as well, you're just not good at anything. I feel. But it's no. Right, let me elaborate. Let me elaborate. I don't want
to have to. We know this already.
No, but it's like I don't want to come in and be like, "You're shit." Right, that's it. I've done my fan cam off. I'll see you later. You know, I'm not like that. So it's like the problem is, I just feel it looks like Steve Bruce is just managing a situation which is completely out of his control. So he's come into the club. He obviously was not Rafa Benitez. Rafa Benitez was going to always be, you know, the first choice manager. He didn't get what he wanted. He left, and then Steve Bruce comes in. Good second choice, I guess. He's a Geordie. He understands the club, but he wasn't exactly, you know, the top tier manager, and it's a massive step down from what you had. But the biggest issue you have was the fact that Mike Ashley was looking to sell the club, and there's been so many years of mediocrity or just poor football, you know, that have led to where you guys are now as a club. Because as a city and as a club, I don't believe that anyone should be anywhere. But Newcastle, with what they have and where they've been in the past, they should be aiming to get back there. But they can't be. You can't do that at the minute because Mike Ashley is looking to sell. The whole thing fell through. You know, Steve Bruce is working with what he has. But the problem is because he's working with what he has, he can't elaborate. He can't expand. So he's there going, right, damage limitation, let's just stay in the league and do what we can do. And that's the problem. You can't, there's nowhere to go from here right now. This is an outsider looking in. And it just looks so, what was it? I was watching BT, it was like 20th in the league for chances created, possession, all the important things. And it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm not, look, if I was a Newcastle fan, I wouldn't be saying, Steve Bruce out. Obviously, I'm not in your position. I don't watch you guys week in, week out, and I can understand why you're so upset. But if I was to say that, who the hell's going to want to come in? Who's going to be able to have the time to leave their mark on the club? Mm-hmm. And so what all Steve Bruce is doing, I guess, and it looks like, I mean, I think it's pretty smart, where he's just gone, right, I just want to build a solid foundation to go forward from. If the deal goes through or not, it's a case of just having that element of solidity, which means that you guys can push forward. And I credit to him for doing that. But you know, it's not going to be pretty. You know, it's been so many years of poor football to rebuild on that it's going to take a very long time to get back there. And it's just, yeah, I do feel sorry for you guys because you know how much I love the city. You know, I love you guys. I love the club. I think when I say love the club, obviously, you know, it's from just a general football fan perspective. I think Newcastle's fantastic, but it's just in such a poor position. And I personally, if I was in Steve Bruce's shoes, I wouldn't know where to go. I wouldn't know where to turn. I think it's not really his fault that you guys are in this position at all. But again, you already knew that. You know, you and I have had conversations about that consistently for the past 3 years.
So you saying don't blame Bruce, blame Mike Ashley? Then is that what you're?
Yeah, I'd say that. I'd say Mike Ashley and do you know what? Maybe not even Mike Ashley at the minute because he had the deal done. It was all done, wasn't it, in the summer?
Premier League, Richard Masters, he's the one.
Yeah, the Premier League of what the Premier League have done, and this was something which really annoyed me. Right, they don't want another big club because that makes them more worried that the more clubs that there are with better financial backing, the more likely a European Super League is, and they get put out the equation. You know, it's what the Premier League did to the EFL, and they don't want to become they don't want to do what happens to the old First Division. They don't want to be old news, so they've gone. We don't know anything about it. We don't want people with money coming in, and they've screwed it up for you guys as a club. And you know, look, I think this summer you can't really blame anyone because Mike Ashley's gone, right, I'm selling, I'm done, that's it, I'm gone. And he's gone, I'll just, keep you guys tided over until the season starts. You've done some really shrewd business in Callum Wilson, I thought, Jeff Hendrick's a good player to bring in for you guys. I think that Ryan Fraser's a good player to bring in. You've been shrewd. It's been decent business. But that's all you could do. So it's now I feel that, again, we're back to what we were saying earlier, where Steve Bruce is just steadying the ship. I wouldn't get rid of him. I don't think he's only for him to go. Mike Ashley is clearly not going anywhere. That deal, that's the second time that deal's fallen through. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, you're just a bloody idiot. You know what I mean? I can't see it happening again. But it's just so depressing. I think is the answer. I think it's so. You just look at it and it's just miserable. And I feel sorry for you guys because, look, as a Chelsea fan today, I'm happy. I think we got 3 points, like I said earlier. Good performance from us. But there are times where, even though I was happy as a Chelsea fan, as a football fan, I couldn't help but feel sorry for Newcastle. Because, it's just not fair on you guys. But, again, at the same time where I can't blame Steve Bruce for what's going on overall, today he got it completely wrong because it was like a training simulation for us, We just walked through you at times. There was no intensity to the game.
No.
There was a time you were on the edge of our 18-yard box, throw in to try and get yourselves back into the game, ends back up with Darlow.
Yeah. Every week that happens.
It gets you nowhere.
It was so frustrating to watch because I think you were poor in possession in the middle of the park a lot of the time. You gave the ball away. There was no pressing. There was no urgency. There was a bit of freedom. I think if we had key players back, I would showed a bit more incentive to actually try and win the game. We could have got something out of it, and we nearly did before Hughes went up the other end and got the killer second. But I just think Bruce showed too much respect. And to be fair, though, saying that, you lot should have been out of sight at half time, to be honest. It wasn't for Caldwell, it wasn't for Werner trying to be too cute with these finishes. It would have been 2, 3, or 4, to be honest. Yeah,
it would have been a completely different game. But I think, it comes down to us not taking our chances, and also because, like you said, the intensity and the respect that Bruce showed. We were just messing about by the end of the first half. And, as a Chelsea fan, disappointing. I want us to be going for it. We're going for the jugular, getting all 3 points and taking it away and making a statement. We made a statement with a clean sheet today. That's fantastic. We found out a result. But you guys could have got back into the game in the second half. If Isaac Hayden hadn't put that over the bar, if Andy Carroll had put that away, it's a completely different complexion to the game. So, I think your reliance on those last minute goals or just trying to get one on the breakaway, it won't cost you this year. I think you guys are fairly settled. You will win the Premier League next year, but it's going to be comfortably mid-table. And a club like Newcastle, with the stature that you guys have, that shouldn't be your target. Your target should be European football. Obviously, it's easier said than done with the amount of teams going for European football now, but as a club, just settling shouldn't be what you're going for. And, I think there's so many tangled wires that would have been sorted in the summer if that deal had gone through. Like that would have been very simple. But it hasn't because of poor management from, excuse me, French, fucking everywhere. Ashley, Premier League, the people actually trying to get the deal through, trying to make it sorted, bad communication, messes everywhere. And Steve Bruce, he's just stood there. Probably it's like in a bar, right? There's a massive fight going on in the corner. You've got the cartoon smoke going, hands coming out here, there, and everywhere. You've got the Premier League, Mike Ashley and the buyers in there, and you just got Steve Bruce at the end of the bar going, "The fuck's this? What's going on?
I'm looking to be here."
He's just going, "Fucking hell, my missus wants me home now. What am I going to do here? What's going on?" He can't do anything. He's working with what he has. He probably knows that he should have gone for the jugular a bit more, but I think again he's just worried about Newcastle not being as good as they were. I genuinely think he just doesn't think he has the squad to compete, and he just wants to get the job done. And that's the manager you got in Steve Bruce, and you guys knew that when he came through the door. It's not Rafa Benitez. You're not going to be playing open, expansive football or defensively resolute football and going and trying to build, which is what Rafa wanted clearly. Don't spend 40 million on Joelinton, who, by the way, what a waste of money. Especially for you, and well, made you dye your hair, didn't it? But Joe, don't spend 40 million on Jones and give me 40 million to spend. That 40 million, you guys could be you would have built a solid foundation 2 years ago, and you'll be moving forward now. But you've not done that. So, it's a really tricky one for Newcastle at the minute. And again, I don't mean to sound patronising. I don't want to be patronising. It's just like the whole thing it's just a mess. And I do feel sorry for you guys.
Yeah, it certainly is a mess. It certainly is, mate. But good luck to you for the rest of the season anyway. Enjoy that nice football you're playing, and when you get your best players back, you can push for the league, can you?
Oh, no, I'm not going to say we're going to go for the league just yet.
He's not going to put it on his chest, is he not?
No,
I
haven't got anyone fit, man. You know that. I'll sit there and I'll say, I won't even say we're going to win the league if it's like 3 points to go. I'll be sat there going, no, something's going to go wrong. Something's going to go wrong here. It just feels like this year to me as a Chelsea fan, it feels like that 2013-14 season where Gerrard slipped. We were very
Chelsea legend Jose Mourinho is going to do it for Spurs, isn't he? So don't worry about it.
No. I think, do you know what? My housemate said it to me, and I've got a dodgy feeling it might happen. I've got a funny feeling about Leicester.
I think it'll be a surprise. Like, I kind of see Liverpool or City doing it, so it's wide open for me.
Exactly, yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting what happens, but I don't think we'll do it. But obviously, Villa are playing now, so we'll have to see what's going on with them. But
they get beat, mate. Danny Welbeck.
So I saw the chip. He went from Danny Welbeck back to that guy Welbs. He did that. He did that.
Welbs from Euro 2008.
I know, right? But yeah, man. We'll have to see.
All right. Well, cheers for coming on, Louis. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Cheers.
See you later, mate. Take care.
Take care. Bye.